The other agenda. Right. Yep.
Tricky.
The other agenda.
You guys are earning it tonight. Last two meetings, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we are.
Do we get overtime?
Right.
Right one.
Yep. Overtime pay. You ready? And we're all back. I'd like to call the regular session of the Isabella County Board of Commissioners to order. Stand for the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please.
Commissioner Hutchinson. Commissioner Engler. Commissioner Jazinski. Commissioner Marino.
Here.
Commissioner Swaney. Commissioner Horton.
Here.
Commissioner Hope.
Here.
All present, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next up would be approval of the agenda. We'll start out with general public comment. We have no presentations or special reports, no appointments to boards or commissions. We'll approve and place on file the consent agenda. And then we'll have committee reports. Finance and Administration. Committee.
Finance and Administration's all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Very good. Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Human Resources and Public Works Committee is all set, Mr. Chair.
Very good. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business, no new business. We'll have another opportunity for general public comment and then announcements and adjournment. So with that, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda, Horton.
Support Marino.
It's been moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. And we have an agenda. Next up would be general public comment. Is there anyone for general public comment? We don't have anyone online. Okay, we can move right along to we don't have presentations, we don't have appointments, the consent agenda. Commissioner Hutchinson, would you present the consent agenda,
Sure.
please?
Motion reads, move to approve and place on file the October 4th, 2022 regular meeting minutes, the October 11th, 2022 Finance and Administration Committee meeting minutes, the October 11th, 2022 Criminal Justice and County Affair meeting minutes, and the October 11th, 2022 Human Resources and Public Works Committee meeting minutes.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve and place on file the consent agenda. Do we need a roll call for that? We do not. We need a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Brings us down to committee reports, Finance and Administration Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First up, the September 30th, 2022 invoice list, the October 7th, 2022 invoice list, and the October 13th, 2022 adjustment list. Motion reads, move to ratify and place on file the September 30th, 2022 invoice list in the amount of $367,873.96. The October 7th, 2022 invoice list in the amount of $384,331.29. And the adjustment list dated October 13th, 2022.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to ratify and place on file the September 30th, the October 7th, and the October 13th, the September 30th and October 7th invoice lists and the October 13th adjustment list discussion.
As commissioners, we receive these invoice lists on a weekly basis. We also had a chance to discuss them during the Finance Administration Committee and earlier today in a business or work session at 4 p.m. Commissioners didn't raise any issues during committee. The commissioners didn't see anything. And as far as the October 13th, 2022 adjustment list, everything looked pretty good. The usual cast of characters and everything. Mostly those are all because we pay our things early. So we either avoid late fees or we get early payment discounts.
Very good. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Second item of business is the 2022 October apportionment report. Motion reads, move to approve the 2022 October apportionment report as presented by the Equalization Department.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the 2022 October apportionment report. Discussion.
The state requires that in the month of October, we report to Treasury all the millages that be assessed against the taxpayers of the county. Those millages may be county, special millages for townships, for fire and so on. It's a lot of good information. There's quite a few millages spread out to various governmental entities through the county. What this won't include is if we have any millages up for the November election, which I think Pete Preston, our representative, said that he didn't believe there were any. So we may not have to pass this again later,
Very
but
good.
it's required to be able to assess those fees.
Absolutely. Very good. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Burton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Slaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson.
Yes.
Commissioner Engler. Commissioner Jazinski. Commissioner Hope.
Yes,
Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Next up, the prime contract change order number 0002. Motion. Move to approve the prime contract change order number 0002 agreement with Clark Construction Company in an amount not to exceed $43,109,552 and authorize the board chairperson to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the prime contract change order number 0002. Discussion.
Well, here it is. This is the change order that reflects the latest charges and everything involving our correctional facility and sheriff's department. This one's at 43,109. I just had the number, $43,109,552. There are no change involved in this one, thank goodness. And as far as change, that's not changed. Let's see here. A couple of things that stand out, and it's not in this report, but it's in another report that we'll probably get to in a minute, so I'll just hold on that. But this is part of the term value engineering. I love that term. That just means cutting things out and everything. That's just the terms of art that's used. So in this right here, I am in favor of approving this change order. Again, we'll go through at the end of our finance and administration. We actually won't talk about it, but earlier in a business session, we were presented with a 10-year forecast. And while it's not the best 10-year forecast, it is the option of not approving this change order, not moving forward with this, is far outweighed by moving forward with the project, especially at that loan interest rate. You're never going to do a project without having to take out a loan, and at that interest rate, it would be foolish I won't use the term foolish, I'll back to scratch that. It would not be in the best financial sense not to go forward with the project at that rate. So.
Very good. Commissioner Jazinski.
So my understanding is when we pass this does pull the trigger on the project. We give authorization to Clark Construction to commit to contracts with suppliers and labor and everything to get this project done. So we adopt this tonight. We have ourselves a new jail by the end of 2024.
December 5th.
Right.
You guys should all know that number. All that one knows that name. So there you go.
Any other discussion? Commissioner Engler.
Yeah. We pass this tonight. What's the next process of the USDA loan? Does that paperwork have to be, this passes, that goes forward then? Is that?
Yep, if you approve this tonight, then at your next meeting on November 1st, you'll get all of the bond resolution that the board would have to pass in order to close on the USDA bond. So that's going to be more important than this. If you approve this tonight, you're definitely going to want to approve the USDA paperwork, right? But yes, what I presume will come with that resolution is also action of this board to approve Chairperson Hope to sign any of the associated closing documents. Because we won't have everything right in front of us that needs to be signed for the closing. Bond counsel would, I would think would appreciate that ahead of time. Clerk Lux, you'll, as tradition, you'll also be involved with the bond closing and signing of documents too. So
Hand cramps.
Yep,
Rub
and this
them
change,
out.
and to echo what, and to echo what Commissioner Swain
I
stated.
know, not mine.
Yeah, and to echo what Commissioner Sandy stated under Article 11 miscellaneous provisions. Under 11.5, this date is substantial completion, December 5, 2024. And if not, there's a liquidated damage sum in the sum of $400 for each calendar day. So that's all part of the USDA too. that they wanted, so.
Very good. I'll just add that $43 million, I think is a cause of concern for all of us. I think it makes us all a little nervous. But I think it'd be irresponsible not to go forward with this project. We talked at length in the work session about the inadequacies of the current facility and the need for a new facility. And we've talked at length about that over the last couple of years. And I think it's a project that we have to move forward with. And then the finances of paying that bond for 40 years, we'll have to figure that out as well. But, if there's no other comments, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson.
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Sheriff to come forward with his champagne.
No, I somewhere.
The next item is AIA document A 133-2009 with Clark Construction and AIAB 133-2014 with integrated architecture. Motion reads, move to approve the attachment to AIA document A 133-2009 with Clark Construction and the attachment to AIAB 133-2014 with integrated architecture for the Isabella County Sheriff's Office and Correctional Facility Project.
support,
Been moved and supported to approve AIA document A 133-2009 with Clark Construction and AIA B 133-2014 with integrated architecture. Discussion.
So these are documents that I think were before us a few years ago, but it had blanks in it. And there's also a requirement by USDA for some additional information. So this is a modification of those documents. And once we approve that, it meets the requirements of the USDA for the rural development loan.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
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 yes,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
next up, the fiscal year 2022 fourth quarter financial report. Motion. Move to accept and place on file the fiscal year 2022 fourth quarter financial report as presented.
Support.
Been moved and supported to accept and place on file a fiscal year 2022 fourth quarter financial report. Discussion.
Well, it just gives an idea. This gives a snapshot in time for 12 months ending 9/30/2022. As commissioners, we receive one of these each quarter. Again, just to gauge kind of where we're at as far as departments go, as far as spending and as far as revenues received. And as I was speaking in the business session, we were handed something that reduced our total revenue increased. We got an increase of revenue of roughly around 2 point something million. So left us in an underbalanced situation, but again, more and more is coming in. That just gives an idea. This is a snapshot in time, not the exact final report yet. That'll be a good thing. But again, most of our departments came in at 90% or so, which represents, as we have stated in the past, a good part of budgeting. You always want to be conservative, yet not overly conservative. And I think then also kind of goes out to the department heads and the elected officials as far as how they maintain and manage their staff and their department. So thank you for that. And I don't know if it's really all I have to add on it. It's pretty straightforward. We've seen it 4 times over the year, so.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
no nays, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
and Mr. Chairman, with that, that completes the work of the Finance and Administration Committee for this evening.
Thank you, gentlemen. Brings us down to Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
First up, Core Track Software. Move to approve the purchase of Core Track software for Isabella County Sheriff's Office in the amount of $24,123. Authorize board chair to sign the same.
Support. Been moved and supported to approve the purchase of Core Track software. Discussion.
Okay, up to in that motion.
Uh,
Is that the motion? you
I'll
made?
reread
Up
the
to?
motion.
Thought that's what I heard.
All right.
Okay,
Move to approve the purchase of Core Track software for the Isabella County Sheriff's Office up to the amount of $24,123 and authorize the board chair to sign the same. Made that adjustment in the motion because we learned earlier that from questions that came up in the subcommittee, we'll be able to subtract about $3,000 to $3,400 off of that contract. This software is used to track inmates in the facility as they move, say, to the rec area or other areas in the facility. Also, the corrections officers are able to check in at the cells so that they can record that they're monitoring each cell on a timely basis, which is looked at in audits of the corrections facilities. They'll be able to utilize it to look where all inmates are at any time, and if they need to move them, they can move them on a board instead of having to dig down into a file and change that. Also, this technology will be moved forward to our brand new jail that'll, be finished December 5th, 2024. And it actually saves us quite a bit of money from the other suggested softwares for that facility.
very good. Sounds like it will greatly simplify the tracking and monitoring of all the items that have to be tracked. And that's a good thing. It'll save time. So any other discussion? Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney. Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes,
7 ayes, 0 nays, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
All right, next up, Stellar Services LLC Service Agreement. Move to approve the service agreement between Stellar Services LLC and Isabella County on behalf of Isabella County Sheriff's Office for the period of 5 years and authorize board chair to sign the same.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the Stellar Services LLC service agreement discussion.
So this will be replacing a service that provided by another company that is no longer really viable for the corrections facilities. They are continually out of items, and it's a kind of an antiquated system. There's no charge to move to this service, and by all accounts, it looks like we'll be able to serve the needs of inmates and the corrections officers better.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yeah.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
All right, next up, termination agreement with Central Square Technologies LLC. Move to approve the termination agreement effective January 26, 2022 between Isabella County Central Dispatch and Central Square Technologies LLC, and authorize board chair to sign the same.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the termination agreement with Central Square Technologies LLC. Discussion.
So Dispatch and Emergency Management Director Marcus Griffiths came to explain to us we are terminating this software. It is the new edition of a software they're currently using, and the new software is actually worse than the old software. And so effective January 26, Marcus Griffiths had stopped payments and went into negotiations to terminate. Well, we're not able to get back our initial payment. We do not have to pay anything for the rest of 2022, and with just this termination. And unfortunately, Marcus Griffiths will have to continue to look for a new software technology to take this section for him in the future.
Very good. Any further discussion?
I say
Mr.
we,
Jazinski.
we put a chunk of money into that software. I wish there was a more of a proactive approach to, because we do a lot of software improvements, but to try something for a year or two and then lose the investment, maybe there should have been more homework done ahead of time. Just a comment.
Further discussion. Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
7 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement Application 06-002-10-00105. The motion reads, move to approve the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement application for parcel number 06-002-10-00105. And instruct Isabella County Clerk to forward the approved application to the MDA Farmland and Open Space Program.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement Application 06-002-10-001-05. Discussion.
Yeah, this is a piece of property in Denver Township. It's an application for 10 years, 85 total acres, 13 of that is woods, 67 tillable, has a house, a barn, tool shed, and a grain drying facility.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
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 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement Application 06-002-20-00201. The motion reads, move to approve the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement application for parcel number 06-002-20-00201 and instruct Isabella County Clerk to forward the approved application to the MDA Farmland and Open Space Program.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement Application 06-002-20-002-01. Discussion.
Okay, this is also in Denver Township. It's 10 years agreement and 15.15 tillable acres.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton, Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
His motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement Application 06-003-30-00400. The motion reads, move to approve the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement application for partial number 06-003-30-00400 and instruct Isabella County Clerk to forward the approved application to the MDA Farmland and Open Space Program.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Donald and Susan Yeager Farmland Agreement Application 06-003-30-004-00. Discussion.
Yes, this is another one that's in Denver Township, same 10-year application. 40 total acres, 30.65 acres tillable, and 8.9 wooded.
Very good. Any further discussion? And as we said in the work session, Commissioner Engler, you are our expert on farmland agreements. Thank you. Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes,
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the work of the Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Thank you, Commissioners. Brings us down to Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our first item is Recreation Management System Agreement. The motion reads, move to approve the Recreation Management System Agreement between Camas USA Incorporated and Isabella County in the amount of $18,500 per year and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Supported to approve the Recreation Management System Agreement. Discussion.
Okay, the reason why this has come before us this afternoon, brought to us by Sue Ann Kaufman, the Director of Parks and Recreation, is because the system for making reservations through the park was not working. It had a limited performance. And so that led to the decision to switch to a online campground reservation system. And that was Camas, which is used in all the state parks and was tried out in some demonstrations by the park staff and found to be very valuable in the actions it performed. So we're voting on that at this time.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes,
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, our second item, Saginaw Arts and Enrichment Commission mini grant contract. Motion reads, move to approve the mini grant contract between Saginaw Arts and Enrichment Commission and Isabel County for the 2023 Art from Our Park event in the amount of $2,500 and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Saginaw Arts and Enrichment Commission mini grant contract. Discussion.
Yes, this is an event that actually just got over this last month and we're looking on building it. And this is a mini grant we can pick up for $2,500. This is the 8th year that we've been getting money from this entity and we want to move forward to take advantage of it.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton, Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes,
7 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Madam Clerk.
Okay, our next item is Tai Chi for Arthritis Program, MOU. The motion reads, move to approve the memorandum of agreement 7 Area Agency on Aging and Isabella County Commission on Aging in developing, implementing, and accessing the Tai Chi for Arthritis Program for the period October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the memorandum of agreement for the Tai Chi for Arthritis Program. Discussion.
Okay, source for funding this is the title IID of Older Americans Act. And it really helps us put out these programs. Now, Tai Chi for Arthritis is a very popular one. It's going to be twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it's an evidence-based program. And that's the qualifications for getting the grant. So we will be voting on this at this time.
Very good. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
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 Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes,
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, our next item, Region 7, AAA purchase of service provider agreement. Motion reads, move to approve the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging purchase of service provider agreement along with the addendums and the business association agreement and authorize board chair to sign the same.
Support.
been moved and supported to approve the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging Purchase of Service Provider Agreement. Discussion.
Yes, this is an agreement between the agency and the Commission on Aging that really helps with some of the programs that we're running. This gives us a higher level of services that we can offer through the county.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Slaney, Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes,
Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, our next item is Isabella County Drain Commissioner 2022 Annual Report. The motion reads, move to accept and place on file the Isabella County Drain Commissioners 2022 Annual Report as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported to accept and place on file the Isabella County Drain Commissioners 2022 Annual Report. Discussion.
Yes, Robert Willoughby, our Isabella County Drain Commissioner, presented us with the annual report as he does every year. And it has a listing of all the drains and amounts throughout the county, and there's, believe me, a lot of them. And we also discussed at the afternoon meeting the great importance of draining, especially in the agricultural portion of the county. And most people just take that for granted, I think. And so we'll be voting to accept this at this time.
Very good. Any other questions or comments? I think without all those drains, large parts of central Michigan would still be swamp as they were many years ago. But Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
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 Yes,
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Yes, our next item, 2022 drain tax apportionment. Motion reads, move to adopt the 2022 drain tax apportionment for Isabel County tax billing.
Support.
Been supported to adopt the 2022 drain tax apportionment. Discussion.
Yes, this is allowing us to go ahead and with all the drains that we are putting in, that we collect the taxes on them, basically. This takes in a lot of our townships and I will read off the townships: Chippewa, Code, Deerfield, Denver, Fremont, Gilmore, Isabel, Lincoln, Ottawa, Rowan, Sherman, Union, Vernon, Wise.
Very good. Any further discussion? Commissioner Jelzinski.
I got my notice of apportionment. I've been living on my property for 36 years and never saw that form before. And I opened it up and I was thinking, okay, here it comes. And my property, my 3 acres was taken out of the district. So obviously I wasn't going to benefit from that drainage district, which explains why Lake Jelazinski forms and is back in my backyard for about a month every spring. But it'd be nice to be able to get rid of that water, but I guess so. I don't have any payment of fee.
Have to dig your own drain.
Yeah, I guess so.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Yes.
Commissioner Ho.
Yes,
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, our last item tonight is delinquent water billing roll. The motion reads, move to approve the delinquent water billing roll as submitted by the Board of Public Works, which constitutes delinquent service charges of 6 months or more as of September 1st, 2022 for properties within Lake Isabella Forest Number 2 subdivision, Village of Lake Isabella, Township of Sherman, County of Isabella, State of Michigan, and therefore constitutes a lien on the property as provided by the County of Isabella Ordinance 1 of 1975 as amended.
Support.
Been supported to approve the delinquent water billing roll. Discussion.
Okay, these accounts are represent the accounts that are at least 6 months delinquent. And the purpose of this is to inform the Board of Commissioners that these delinquent accounts will be placed on the December 22 tax roll. And the total amount of the delinquent water billings is $16,952.76 spread over 45 accounts. And it's higher than last year's. The Drain Commissioner Wilby told us that many of these are empty lots, but they have to pay for use of service to be ready to go in reserve. And so, yeah, ready to use. So, any questions or comments on this?
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes,
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
That concludes the work of the Human Resources and Public Works Committee, Mr. Chairman.
Very good. Thank you, gentlemen. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business, no new business. Brings us down to general public comment. Do we have anyone for general public comment? I see Michelle shaking her head. No, we have no one online. So we can move right on to announcements. Commissioners, any announcements? Did you have one, Commissioner Engler?
Well, just a reminder that this Saturday will be hazardous waste pickup at the Isabella County Farm from 8 to 12. So you need a list of available items. You can go to Isabella Conservation District.
Very good. I will just say that we approved tonight maybe the biggest, well, definitely the biggest project this county's ever embarked on, $43 million change order. And I feel very strongly we made the right decision. We're moving in the right direction. It's a very necessary step. Very good to see that decision unanimous. Lots and lots of discussion. Lots of good input from all the commissioners. Of course, that figure and that kind of commitment makes us all nervous, but I feel like we're doing the right thing. So, any other announcements?
So when's it gonna be done?
December 5th, 2024. Any other announcements? Being none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Horton.
We are adjourned at 7:46.
Oh, we're gonna support it then.
I did.
He's gonna
Jelazinski.
reverse his gavel for a second.